Thank you for choosing to watch another free e-learning tutorial from dakinane.com. Today's video is an Edmodo masterclass. This video follows on from our introductory Edmodo lessons, and today you will learn how to build quizzes, create polls, master the planner, and then import and manage third-party apps. It'll be a great tutorial, so let's get right onto it. Okay, in this tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to continue looking at and exploring Edmodo. So I'm going to show you some of the more advanced features in this tutorial. We're going to look at making assignments first, then we'll look at quizzes first, then we'll look at polls, and we'll take on from there. So here I am in my alpha room, and I want to create an assignment or a quiz for them. And you'll see along the top here we've got all these tabs: note, alert, assignment. We've already looked at assignment. We'll have a look at alert in a moment. But I want to look at quiz. So we're going to create a new quiz, and what we're going to do is click on this tab here, and you can see here we've got two options here. I'm going to show you how to create a quiz, but once you've created a quiz you can save it and you can load from a collection, so you can actually take a bit of time creating your quiz, safe in the knowledge that you can reuse it. It's not like a one-time use thing. So we'll click on create. And the first thing we can notice at the top here is it's untitled. So I'm going to name this and over here you can set a time limit. We can set default is 60 minutes, but let's make this a bit simpler for the children. Let's make it a bit more pressured. We'll make it 20 minutes. And we can see down here that we've got a whole bunch of options here. We can click on, there's multiple choice, true or false, short answer, fill in the blank. Now Edmodo will mark everything except short answer, so we can give answers in here. So this is the one thing that the teacher, if you put short answers in, has to mark, because the children are just going to be responding with text, and of course that will need to be graded by the teacher. Also you can see over here is add the first question, so we can click on here and I'm going to do multiple choice, and then we look over the side here, we can see it's the question number 1. We can add an additional question, or what we can do is we can load a question from questions that I've already created. So even though we can have collections, I'm going to I can drag questions from other quizzes that I've made in the past historically. But the first question I'm going to do here is, and I've already written my questions out, so I'm just going to copy and paste them. So what I'm going to do is just copy this. I'm going to paste my question into here. And so what we can see here is I'm prompting the children to watch a video. So I'm going to attach my video. So obviously I've already got my video here. I'm just going to copy the link. Come back to here, and I'm going to add it in here. And I'm going to, it's going to do it for me. Yep. Attach. So that's now attached to my question. So when the children look at this quiz, what they're going to do is the first thing they've got to do is actually watch the video before they answer the questions. So the first question is, we're going to type in the response is 90, and then B, the next response is 60, and the children have to, we need to add a response. So we click on add a response and type in 30. Response, and I'm going to type in 2500 down here. Right, now currently A is highlighted as the correct answer, and that's not the correct answer. We click on here and see down here we can click set as correct answer. Okay, so now we have done this. We've set that which is the correct answer. We've done our questions, and now we're going to add another question. And this time we're going to use, I'm going to do a true or false question. So click true or false. I'm going to copy my text. Yep, that's true. Now we're going to, correct answer is true. Click another question on here, and you can see we just keep going down here. I'm going to put down here a short answer. So here's the question. Now with this one, the children will have something to write, but I think we probably need to give them a second chance to watch the movie. So I'm going to add the movie again in this question, just so they got this prompt. I don't want this to play. So I'm going to attach it again in here, just so that it's there for them if they need a. Okay, so we've got 3 questions. We're going to add another question down here, and I'm going to do a fill the blank question. So click on here, fill the blank. I'm going to put my question in here. Whoops, my question again I've copied. Paste this in here. Control D. Right, we found in New Zealand, which means they are endemic. So I need to cut this. And type in underscores. Right, and type in the paste there. There we go. Right, so there we can see the children have to fill in the word endemic in that space there. Now, lastly, we'll add one more question, but obviously you can put as many multiple choice or as many of these different questions. I'm just showing you how to make sure that you can know how to create each of these questions. We'll add one more question, which is a matching question, and we'll come to the bottom here. We'll click on matching, and it's simply we have to enter text into each of these options down here, and the Edmodo quiz engine will randomize this for us. So with the first one we're going to do is we're just going to match these two together. And you just see me copying these across, you get the idea. I'll just do one more. So you see how it works. So all I'm doing is just copying and pasting this text. You could type directly into here, it's not a problem. I'm just doing this for speed. I'll just finish the last one. And so therefore we have now completed our test and test questions, and now we want to assign it. Good. So we have options here. We can randomize over here on the right hand side. We can randomize our questions and we can show the results so that the children get instant feedback, except for the one that needs to be marked by the students. I'm not going to randomize the questions because I want the students to watch the video in the first question. Now if I choose to randomize, I'd have to make sure that I've pasted the video link in each of those so that the children get a chance to see the content, the video that I want them to see. But in this case I'm not going to do that. So now I'm just going to assign the quiz. I'm going to assign it to my class. So Alpha Room are going to do this. I can set the date. So they need to do it by next Monday. I want to add it to the gradebook so we can see what they're doing. And that's it. We've done it. Click send. Now that we've created our quiz, we're going to start looking at some other stuff here. So what you can do in Edmodo is really quite powerful. So one of the bugbears that I've got with the kids that I work with is that they don't do this. So I need to send them an alert. So I've created an alert. I'm just going to copy my alert. So I'm going to paste it in here. I've got 140 characters. So I need to remind them to shut down their computers and not just log off at the end of the day. So I need to send it to the entire class. and we need to set the time, so choose a day. Now obviously it'd be great if we could repeat this, but this is a bit of a bugbear at the moment. We can't do that, so I want to do it for today. Choose a time. I want to this afternoon. Just remind them to shut down, so 2:30, and I'm going to click OK. So that will go straight to them. So I'm just going to click send. So now, of course, we've looked at assignments. Now we can, but with the quiz, we're getting some feedback from the students. So let's have a look at this. Look at our poll here now, and we want to canvass the students' opinion about what they think about certain things. So carrying on with our conservation theme, I'm going to ask the students this question here, one that's designed to elicit a debate, and we can use this poll to start that particular debate, and the idea is to be deliberately controversial. So let's post our question in here, which the students can see, and the answers are quite simply, we can do, just copy and paste these answers in. Obviously you can have just two responses, which is going to create polarization, but obviously if you want to debate, quite clearly we're going to need to add another answer and see if we've got some waverers. So I'm going to add this third one here, so even more information. So there we go. Obviously we have to have two to start with, but I have got the option to delete the additional questions that I've added. Again, I choose who I want to send it to, so I'm going to send it to my alpha class. I can set the poll, so I actually want them to do this first thing tomorrow, so I want that poll to be popping up as they open up their computers first thing. So click OK. So that's going to go to them tomorrow, and I'm going to click send. And so really we can see now, let's look at our scheduled stuff we've got going on here. This is what's going on. Shut down, laptops, all that kind of stuff. That's all under here, under scheduled. You can see it over here. So we've created a quiz, which we can see as an untitled quiz that I need to delete. So delete any posts, you just click that, delete that, yes, click OK, all gone. And so got the fear recovery assigned to Alpha Room. They've got 4 scheduled events, and everything is covered across. We've covered everything across here. We've done alerts now, we've done assignments, we've done quizzes, we've done polls. And now we're going to move on to this little bar over here that we've not looked at. So now that I've created my quizzes and my polls, we can start diving deeper into the functionality of Edmodo for teachers, really. So if we come over to the right hand side here and we have a look at this little toolbar here that we've resolutely ignored for the last couple of tutorials. If we click on the Edmodo planner, this is something that as a teacher you probably want to start looking at because it's a really good little tool. So we'll click on here, and what we can see is that we can have a whole range of things that we can do. So I can arrange, I can add, click on here, I can create an event or a task that as a reminder for myself to do something. So let's click on here, date range, so date single, I want to between, let's say next Monday and next Friday. I want to have, let's just say we're doing EOTC. Click create. Recipient, okay, alright, so I can send that to Alpha Room. It's an event, it will get to all the children, let them know we're doing EOTC all next week. So what we can also do, click on here, we can add a task. So this is a task, so this could be we would do that as a task, so let's do that tomorrow and click create. And what you can see is that these tasks start to get posted and populated in the relevant days. But if you look down here, what you can also see is the tasks that we've already created and assigned to the children are showing up in here. So we can see that on Monday the quiz that has been created is going to be coming online. We can see that, and if we click over to the next thing going on over here, we can see also that on Tuesday the video assignment I've set the class is showing up here. So we can click on this and we can have a quick look in the planner and see what's happening. Have a quick look at the video and the whole project, the whole task. See that 0 have been turned in. So rather than having to flip-flop between the different classrooms that you might be managing or and moving in and out of those and trying to keep track of that, everything that you have created as a teacher can be looked at through this planner here. So this can be a go-to place for you as a teacher in Edmodo that you can use. Now, obviously, lots of you will not want to have this necessarily in your or will be going to Edmodo all the time and will be using your Outlook calendar, but never fear. What Edmodo allows you to do is if you click on here, you can export it. And so what you can do now is export it to your calendar. Now my calendar happens to be Thunderbird, but if you click down here, Microsoft Outlook is the default. You can click on that and I can export it, and it's going to open with Thunderbird. But I'm not going to do that. You can let you guys work that out. If naturally not coming to Edmodo is not going to work with your particular workflow, what you can do, as I said, is export it so it's integrated into your own calendar. However, every time you add a new assignment, a new task, you're going to have to re-export that. So it's just a question of working out whether you want to do that. So don't overlook Edmodo Planner. I think it's a really good little tool, especially if you are a teacher that manages several classrooms or several groups. And it's just a great way of keeping track of what's going on in one space rather than, as I say, flipping between the different classrooms that you currently manage. So now we're going to keep going further up the menu options here. I want to call a better word for calling this. If we look on the apps launcher here, you're likely to have a large grey space. These are the apps that I've already downloaded from the store, and we can manage the apps in here. And so what I'm going to show you is, let's go through the whole process here. So what I want to look at is some examples. So I want to look for something here. So at the top here it says you can search posts, groups, users, apps and more. So there's one app that I know is really good. Yay. I'll just scroll through then. What you can do here is, it's about to come up now, there you go. There's this thing called Zaption. I want to click on this and I can assign this to a group. So I want to use this tool and I want to assign it to my students. So I want all of Alpha Room to have Zaption, and there's no cost here. I agree to the end user agreement because it's free, and click on install. So be careful, close, that you don't actually purchase something. But Zaption is a really good tool, and it's actually in the pipeline for a tutorial of its own. So if you want to find out how to use Zaption, don't forget to click on the subscribe button at the end of this video, or on below the YouTube video right now, and click on the subscribe button and you'll be informed when this Zaption tutorial comes up. So let's come back to the store and let's have a look at the kind of things that are in here. You can see some top free apps, so let's just find something that we'll do something else. Now I've already installed Blend Space and No Red Ink and all this kind of stuff, but let's just scroll on down through here. There's lots of them for you to look at. Apps for Common Core, blah blah blah. So let's just look. Let's choose one. Let's choose this one here. So I want to install this. What I can do here now is click on free. Yep. Again, I'm going to assign it. Install. Oh, I must agree. Yes, correct. Click install. Close. Okay. So now, oh no, I can come back to manage my apps. Now you can see down here, Zaption's not in here, but CK12 Maths Practice is. Now what I can do is I can start using these apps here, and I can start moving them around so they actually become part of the toolbar over on the side here. Now Blend Space is another great app, again, that I've done some tutorials about in the past, and if you click on the link below, you'll be taken to a Blend Space tutorial. Again, that's something I'm going to update, so don't forget to subscribe if you want the updated Blend Space tutorial. But here's Zaption. So let's take these three apps here. I'm going to drag them across so they become part of my workspace. So I'm going to click Zaption as well, and I'm going to use Unio, and I'm just going to drag those across. And so now these will always be here for me to use if I want to use them, but these are the three apps that I want to, and you can only have 5 in total, including the Edmodo planner, so I wouldn't get rid of that. So let's just pull down EduClipper, which you would use in conjunction with something like Blend Space. And so now I've been to the store, I've chosen some great apps, I've got them into here, I can now use them in my apps launcher, and I've now created a quick link shortcut bar in my on this sidebar here. So if we come back to home, whenever I'm working, if I'm doing something, I can now click on any one of these apps. So let's say click on Blend Space. There we go, and because I've already logged in, it's linked straight into my Blend Space, and I can go straight away and click on a new lesson. And guess what, I'm not going to do that now, but if you like what you see, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here, and we will show that to you at a later time. So in this masterclass of Edmodo, we've shown you really, how to sort of use quizzes and polls, use the alerts, how to use the Edmodo planner, and now we're really starting to get into the meat of things in terms of the educational potential of this tool, is to actually have creation tools actually inside Edmodo where your students are working, so that Edmodo becomes this very powerful one-stop shop. Thanks for watching this free tutorial. Your support is important to us and we value your feedback, so please leave a comment below, and also don't forget to like us. Finally, if you learned a lot from this tutorial and you want to learn more, why not subscribe to us and you'll be automatically informed of our latest tutorials when we publish them. We aim to do this every week. Click on the link above to subscribe. You won't regret it. Thanks a lot for your support.